Hello, welcome to Momiji Savings Studios. So this is my end of year cash out to the bank. I don't know what to call it. I shall take another sip of coffee. But welcome anyway. So what I'm going to do is, this is my new savings binder for the year. It's from Rainbow Budgeting Plan. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all my binders, write down the things that I'm saving for, and put the start balance in. And then I can then work out where it sits and what my goals are and things. But I wanted to do a final December, end of 26, to see what I've got in my binders and add it all up. And then I can see where I get to at the end of January. So I don't get paid until the 27th of the month. I'm on track to start on the 12th of January, and I am going to be selling the final bit of my jewellery. I watched Mum look through her jewellery box this morning, and she's looking at it and she hasn't seen it for years. And it helped me see that the material things that we have doesn't matter. It's about living our life. And right now I'm in England. I need to enjoy the time I'm here, not worry about money. And if I can get some extra money back into my New Zealand account and get some money towards my January budget, I can maybe start the year off with a really good, strong, solid foundation of moving forward. I have set some goals, and the video that will go up after this will be looking through this binder, seeing what I've set up. I did put a video up today of my last cash stuff for December, and I hope you like that. But if you do, I'm going to start with a fresh start for 2026, a fresh budget, and I've got some new binders to go with that. So yeah, so it'll be good. Let me know how your Christmas has gone and how you're getting on with your 2026 budget. I love hearing from those of you that do comment, and it makes me feel really connected. And I'm really, really excited for 2026 because I get to visit Scotland and see some of my martial art colleagues and friends, and I call them family. And also I get to meet some new family from the budgeting world. Yes, I'm going to the big budget meetup in Manchester. So really exciting year ahead. I can't wait to see the end of 2025, that's for sure. But you know what? I think this morning I woke up thinking, historically, we have things happen for a reason, and it prepares us for the coming years. So I think that the last couple of years for me have been, I don't know, really stressful and sad and life-changing. And 2026 is going to be focusing on me, moving forward, and making use of those things that I've learned over the last couple of years and the process that I've been through to make 2026 a really good year. And if it's not a good year, I will cope with it. But, you know, let's pray for a really good 2026. So let's get on. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into each folder, and the breakdown will be started, and then as the months go on, I will sort myself out. Right, so we've got clothing here, and clothing has 0. And also, do you know what I might do is get my pens out, because as it's a rainbow budget planner, I am going to use my rainbow pens. Yes, let's use the rainbow pens. So put that one away. Okay, we picked up a black. Okay, let's do clothes. Clothes has started with start balance of 0. Cool, done. And if I keep them in order, so we're going to go for health. Now, I was thinking about health yesterday, thinking, where's my contact lens and my dentist gone? And health is going to incorporate everything from contact lenses, dentists, doctors, medicines, supplements, everything like that. So health has 0. then we've got beauty. Now beauty is doing quite well because I have been really pushing with this because I want to go to the hairdresser. So it's got 20 in the bank, 30, 40, 45, 50. So it's starting with 50. So we've got beauty. Now beauty will be hairdressers, any creams and potions I need. So that's starting with, I've just forgotten, 20, 40, 50. So there's 50 in that. It won't be in there for long because I do have a hair appointment. But while I'm here, I'm going to now find a placeholder for 50, and that will come out of there. Oh, there's not enough room here. I'll put it beside me off camera. Right, so that's our first amount to go back to the bank. I need to get a toaster to hold my money. So we've got 50 going back into beauty. That's really good. Right, this is registrations, and we've got 10 in there. Next pen. This is the registration for my nursing practice, and I'm going to be paying my New Zealand registration out of my New Zealand bank account, and then this is for my English registration. So we've got 10 going back into here. If you haven't seen my these binders before, I made them before our printer died at home, and I've used Stamperia paper. It was the Alice in Wonderland. This is Stampin' Up in vellum, which has got maps on it, and then this is Stampin' Up vellum with ink markers and alcohol. My mum's coming up the path and she shouldn't be here, so I'm going to just pause. All good, everyone. She's fine. Oh, she was coming up there like a bat out of hell up the path to the craft room. Everything's fine. She's just giving someone a lift to hospital who was catching the bus. So anyway, she'll be late. So I'm in charge. Right, so hobbies, we've got 5, 10, 40 in the bank. So I'm going to take those 2 5s out, see if I can find it. I think I'm short of 10s. That might be why there's 2 5s. Anyway, we're going to do that. 40. So where was I? Registration's done. Right, let's do craft. Craft hasn't seen any money for ages. Craft hobbies. However, I did buy Mum a present for Christmas, which cost me £59. So really, in seriousness, this should come out of here. How did I buy it? Yeah, I did it with my bank account. Right, this is coming out of here, and we're going to start afresh. So what did I do with this? So craft. So this will start again in the new year, so that I can pay some of that money back to myself. So I've put this over here just to remind me it's craft money. I'm bound to forget. Okay, debt has nothing. Holiday fund has nothing. I'm going to put Scotland in here, and then there's some games in there. So that binder is done. Beautiful. Okay, it's making a good start. Right, so my emergency fund. This is my emergency fund, and there is some money in here, so we're going to work with this. So emergency fund's going to get green. I've just done. Oops. So emergency fund, pink. Emergency fund, what's it starting with? So it's got 20, already done. It's got 40, which we'll take back to the bank. So we need 20, 20, 40, okay. I only have a savings account in my bank account. I don't have separate accounts for these. maybe I should have written them down, what's going back to the bank, but, you know. So that's, oh no, hang on. We'll put in what it has. So we're doing that, going back to the bank first. Okay. So these have already gone back to the bank into my savings account. Here's another one, 10. And 10. I did manage to put some money in my emergency fund over Christmas with some extra money that I had. So I think, is that it? Yeah. So we are taking back to the bank 20, 40, 55. And it all just goes into a bank account, so I don't need to separate it. So in my emergency fund, starting off the year is 20, 60, 110, 130, 140, 150, 160. So we've got £160 to start the year off, which is amazing. Considering I've not been earning any money, I have been putting the odd money back into there. And the reason I've taken this out is that this is to come out of my savings and go back into my normal bank account, because that's where I paid for that. That's why that's there. Right, this is my Rocking Witch binder that I've made up, which you would have seen on a previous video, and I can't wait to start that in the new year. Okay, so this one is my flight back to New Zealand. So in here, okay, so NZ flight has $15. Unfortunately, I don't have a calculator, so it's going to be a piece of paper. My calculator's on my phone, which is filming, which I'm now going to check is filming, because last time I put a pause on, yeah, it didn't start off properly. So I said that's 15 in there, 20 in here, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 in there, 14, and then 10 in there. This is a £2,000 pound savings game from Budget with Ira. And I started it when I started working, and then I stopped working, so it's had nothing since. So 10 in there, 20 in there, and this is all in my savings account, and 100 there. So we've got 1, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85, 89, 189, 1, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 89, 189 in there. So that's a good start to my flights for the year. So 189, starting that. Cool. It's not looking good. Right, okay, so I'm going to look at this one first. So this is my yearly challenges, which will start in January. There's my birthday one. So there's nothing in there. Right, so this is the last one. Okay, so we've got, that's a blue, black. So Pixel Perfect, Pixel Perfect is starting next year with, now yesterday I did take money out of my purse to get rid of all the pounds. So there's 10, 15, 20, 25, 34. So there's 15 going back to the bank. So 34. We've got 34. So that's really good. Again, that's with change just out of my purse. So we've got £34 in Pixel Perfect, and then we've got rock, paper, scissors, and we're doing all these in black, obviously. So rock, paper, scissors has 50, 70, let's do it here, 50, 70, 80. So we need another 30. 30, so 30's gone back to the bank, and we've got 80 to start that. Oh, didn't write Pixel Perfect down. I bet you're all shouting at me going, you haven't written it down. But luckily we have condensed it, so it should be easy. So 34, easy. So these, I just use what's left in my purse. So even though I give myself £50 each week, which sounds a lot, and it is a lot, it's mainly for doing the challenges after. So in here we've got 55, 60, 80, 100. Wow. And that's in primary challenge. Primary challenge. And there's 100 in there, so this will be my first 100. I'm sorry I'm off camera getting these, but I couldn't fit them. Here we go. And these are my New Zealand ones that I made before I left New Zealand. So that can go back to the bank. That goes back in there. So we've got 100 in the primary challenge. What a great start. Pond Life. Again, another one I do with leftover money. We have got 30, 40, 5, 51. 51 in there. Pond Life, £51. So we're going to put 10 back to the bank, and we'll get to 50. Yeah, 30. What did I say? 51. So 51. There we go. Glad I wrote that one down because I had a total block. Right, so we've got 51 in the Pond Life. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Okay. So in here, this was, what was this one? This was not Christmas. 70, this was $70 from the space game, which I took out while I was doing my, so I took those out on the last video. So we've got 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So that needs to be reallocated. So reallocations can go over here. Actually, reallocations here. My birthday money is, my birthday is literally in, what's the date today? 29th, 20, 30th, 31, 10 days. My birthday is in 10 days. So we will rub this off because I am going to put this money in my purse. Right, hang on a minute, my mum's coming again. Yep, we're back. So I'm going to rub those off later because they might need a bit more help than that because they're staining. Anyway, my birthday money. What are we going to do with my birthday money? My birthday money, I'm going to write it on here. Oh my goodness. That's come off that thing. Right, let's put birthday. So clothes. So we'll start the colours again. So my birthday. Oh my goodness, that whatever's got on there, I don't know. So my birthday's going to start with 0. And in my birthday I've got 35, 40, 50, 60. So that's going to go over here for now to be reallocated. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. And I'll put that in there for now to rub off. Christmas owes me. So this has to go back to the bank because it all owes me 20, 35, 45, 55. That owes me, it owes the bank. So it needs to go back to the bank. needs to go back to the bank. Okay, it's going back to the bank. So we're going to write health next as a, what colour was that? Red. I'm doing rainbows. Red. So this is Christmas. And that's starting with 0. And that's going back to the bank because it owes. Okay, and then these are my weekly allowance for the next month. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so much better. That's really good. Okay, so we've done all those, and we will have a lot more of these put in, but I just wanted to see how much I'm starting off with. So let's sort this out and see what we've got here. Okay, I can see a £10 in there. Right. This is going back to the bank. Right, so I'm going to make myself some notes because we're going to do blue. So my, this 40 here from Craft 40 needs to go into my bank account. Current account. Let's do current account. Current account. So it makes that work, yep. Then Christmas was, Christmas was 60. And that needs to go in the current account. And then the rest goes into the bank, into savings. Okay, let's see what we've got. 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. So I've got 120, 120. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 170, 75, 80, 85, 90, 100, 200, 210, 220, 230, 240, 250, 250, minus 100. Leaving 150 for savings. So if we add up what's, no, we didn't write it. Anyway, it's all right. It's all right. So that's, so we know that 100 is going into the current account and 115 to savings. Right. Now this over here needed to be reallocated. So we've got 30, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 5, 100, 130. So we've got 130. So that 130 is going to be given a placeholder of 250s, 130, 10, 10, 50, 30, 40, 50, 60, 5, 65, 10, 20, 30, 5, 40, 50, 65. Okay, so if it's wrong, it's wrong. But the reason for doing that, splitting it like that, is I want to reallocate that money into my yearly binder so I can play some games to start, and the other I'll allocate to my Rock and Witch binder to play some games in the new year. And then I have £50 from Christmas presents and a £30 voucher for my hair. The £50 from my Christmas present, because I've reallocated Christmas and my birthday. This £50 from Christmas I will keep in my purse, or shall I save it? Because my birthday's coming up, I'm gonna probably get another 50. So I'm actually going to take this 50 and add it to my emergency fund. So it's going to go back to the bank, and I'm going to take this emergency fund and this 50, and I'm going to put a £50 into my new pencil case. I've got it out. So this is a black coat. Isn't she lovely? Love it. Bought it while I was away in Aberystwyth last summer. So a 50, we're going to cross off a 50. There's the first 50. There we go. I feel good about that. I know it's my Christmas present, but emergency funds come first. So I will need to add the 50 to my emergency fund total. I'm holding this up so that black doesn't go on my nice binder. So this is from Iris Binder. It's an Iris binder from Iris Budgets, and I love it. So in there we now have, the emergency fund was in the pinky colour, and so we've just put 50, so we've got 210. And this I love about these, 210 in our emergency fund. Woo, perfect. So that's really good. So this is the All Hallows binder from Irish Budgets. Isn't she a beaut? Already being packed out. Okay, so this voucher will go into my hair beauty folder, which is here. I don't know if it'll fit. Probably not. I'm going to try though. Let's have a look. So we've got beauty. Won't fit. No, so it can go in there, or it can go in here. Put it in there because the hairdresser opens on the 5th of January, so I will book and make my appointment. So let's put these into the pile. And if you see any mistakes, please let me know, because yeah, it's going to be I should have written all down. So let's do all this is going back to the bank. Isn't that amazing? That's my screenshot for my YouTube. So thanks for coming along on this pretty chaotic end of year cash count up, and that money's going back to the bank. And some of it will go in my current account, which will give me a bit more money for next year. And the rest will go in my savings, which will give me a bit more interest. I've paid myself back for Christmas, which I've reinvested into some binders. And I've paid a little bit back for my crafts, which, which is great. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, share and give me the thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. I'm at 96 followers, and it would be really, really good to get to 100 before the end of the year. So if you do know anybody that wants to start cash stuffing, is interested in the binders and watching how it works, please share my videos. I'd be really appreciative of that. And we still have £5 in here with the little ones, but we've counted those. So hopefully next year I can find a bigger bag to put these in. These are my little prompts. So that's cool. And if you're wondering where I got these pens from, they were from Japan, and I can't really see the make of them, but they are erasable and they're rainbow coloured. So I really, really love them. So that's cool, eh? We're going to have a rainbow binder with rainbow pens all year. So wishing you a happy 2026. Enjoy the holiday season if you can. If you can't, I send blessings your way, hugs and hope for the new year. See you later. Bye for now.